Good everyone, welcome to the part 3 of this video series where I study the arm. Surprisingly enough, the arm has proven to be the most difficult part of the human anatomy so far that I've studied. Like, surprisingly, I thought it would be easy. I mean, the forms are easy, but like I actually thought like the anatomy itself would be easy, but it's like really freaking difficult. It has like about 20-25 muscles thereabout, I think, and like just a single arm. So essentially the purpose of these videos, well, the last ones I've done so far, is just me learning to draw the arm, not me teaching. If you can learn something, good for you, but the purpose is me learning the arm. And I've practically learned not a lot, to be honest. Maybe like 3 extra muscles I've been able to retain in my head, but honestly I don't think I've learned a lot in terms of the actual muscles. They are not necessary. The form and the structure of the arm is the most important thing. But so I do like, I won't lie, I do like learning some of the muscles so that I kind of know what is going on. But the shape of the muscle is what is important, so that in different angles or different contorted perspectives, you can be able to replicate it. So I have this interesting image here, which is going to kind of like simplify things. Um, it's going to simplify things. So we have the a front, a side view, and sort of like a tilted view. And it shows, I highlighted the form. I got this from Pinterest, and it's the kind of thing I like, and I'm just going to draw it immediately. So I have learned the basic shape, or how to break down the arm, or I usually use skeleton method, or I use this tube method in general. So this is how I do like to draw my arms. And whenever I study, I keep repeating, my aim is to like just get better, like just learn something extra, learn something new and extra, rather than like just aiming for anatomical correctness or something like that. So it's showing me like the major forms that I need to learn. So we have our deltoid here, which is one of the major forms, deltoid, and it also kind of shows the shape. And the next one is the triceps. The triceps. And then the next thing is the biceps, I believe. And then the tricep tendon over here. The next thing is, I've forgotten what they call this muscle, man. Um, brachioradialis. This guy over here, or the ridge muscles in general. The ridge muscles. These are the ridge muscles. This guy over here, like this. And then we have I always get it confused if the one on top is the flexor muscles or the extensor. Oh, no. This one is the extensor muscles. This one on top. These are the extensor muscles. I'm very sure about that. And then this guy is the flexor muscles. This yellow guy is the flexor muscles. I'm seeing blue somewhere. Where's that blue coming from? It might be an error. I don't know why I'm seeing blue. What's that blue for? Anyways, this simple thing is, I think it's going to be very useful for identifying the shapes of the arm and how they're twisted. Another thing I didn't learn was the shape of the ulna and the radius muscle, which I believe I'll study later, but it does affect the shape of the arm, and it's something I should look at. But yeah, I haven't done my homework on that yet. But we're still going, and this is at least my own process on how I tackle muscles. One thing I didn't notice was like even up to this area over here is, I think it's the, what do they call it? It's the triceps, and then this flat area is the area that is not that flat area beneath the triceps is the, what do they call it? They called it the tendon that attaches the muscle to, is it the bone? And then pick a different color. Right here is the extensors. I keep saying it over and over again so that I remember. Fortunately, I don't grab things immediately. So I have to keep saying it over and over again. And that's why I'm drawing the arms in different angles over and over again and repeating things over and over again, like just to get better. I don't know why that thing, okay, yeah, I was confused there for a bit. But yeah, that's the side view. Then we're going to look at the, whatever this view is, my tube shape. and then let's go down here. Sometimes whenever I'm looking at this like complex textbooks, I say textbooks, art books, and even if it's a video and I'm a bit confused, I'm not just get feeling that it's just not penetrating, even though I'm trying hard to concentrate. What I just do is I just find another source material to learn from, and then once I do that, like when I then go back to that source material that I started with, I usually eventually like sort of get what's the book it's talking about. So sometimes if you don't always have to, like, people learn differently, and you don't always have to learn from like a particular book that is working for other people. So it might not be what eventually works for you. At least that is my experience. That doesn't look good. Okay. Alright. This is the flexors muscle, and this guy over here is our extensors muscle, and because of the angle, the ridge muscle won't be shown in this angle of view. Yeah, and let's add color. Probably should be adding those hatches maybe. So yeah, that's basically how to learn. You copy and 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 copy, and you're eventually like copying people's breakdowns and stuff. Yeah, trying to, because how a person understands it could really help you understand it better. And yeah, that's what has been helping me with how I personally do anatomy, and then I can then explain it, which retains it in my head and also helps people out, I guess. So we have our colors here. Let me just use the colors to highlight the muscle group that we're looking at. I think there are about 4. Look, it's red, what's that? Blue, green, and orange, and purple. Yeah, I'll just put that here. I'll just reduce the size. So red is our deltoid, blue is our what do they call them? Triceps. Green is our biceps. Yellow is our what? Extensor, I think. And that's our flexor. And orange is our ridge muscles. And purple is our extensor muscles. This guy over here is a bit more complex and would challenge me a bit more. So I'm just going to look at this. So it says supination, demipronation, pronation, and forced pronation. So from what I understand from supination is when your arm is facing up like this, and pronation is when it's facing down. So yeah, and forced pronation is kind of like when you're forcing the arm to twist a little bit. And yeah, this supination and pronation got me a bit confused in terms of the words, because so what I then used to remember the difference between this and this is that word up in supination. So when you look at like supination over here in this image that I'm expanding, you see that like there's up, which just means the palm is up, and then pronation is definitely going to be the opposite. So when the arms are twisted and in this angle, the bones are kind of like in an X position, right? When it's in a pronated position, and we'll talk about that eventually when I finally studied it. Anyways, let's just do this real quick. And I'll just try and increase my pace or speed on how I walk. And yeah. Right, so we have muscle, so we're going to do, what is it calling it? Deltoid use. I've never heard about the deltoid being called that. But the deltoid goes like this, and the triceps goes like this. Yeah, this has a bit more labeling. It's helpful. And then there's the brachialis, which is this guy over here, this muscle here in the middle. And then our biceps, two-headed muscle. And then brachioradialis, which is going down. Brachioradialis and extensor carpi radialis longus. That is a mouthful. I doubt I'll ever try and remember that. But I just know that there are two muscles there that actually make. Yeah, this is a bit more simplified for me. I like this approach. This was a lot better than that anatomy for artists. Not better, but like the way they're labeling it and the way it's color coded. It's a lot more better, and I think I would remember a lot better than, you know, if I had probably started with this one. I got this one from Pinterest. So we have our groups. Don't forget the groups. The reason we did that study I just did just now is to remember the groups, right? To remember that they are in like for the hand has muscle groups. So like remembering them is going to, or their shape. Remembering their shape is better. Like for artists, is what's going to actually help you with, you know, drawing the hand. So these are the muscles that supports the flexing of the arm, of the fingers. I mean, the way I like labeling my own is with color. So this is demipronation. I hope I get the shape right, so it looks up okay. Okay, let's see what we have. Why can't I draw fingers fast? Hi, cham. Make money, make money. Make money. Oh yeah, I got it. I'm so happy I got it. Anyways, yeah, so yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the this must be such a boring video, man. Yeah, extend some muscles again. Yeah, so Oh. Oh. Look at all the muscles, man. Like, so if you just think about it, it's actually really annoying. Like, well, not annoying. It's just annoying because, I have to kind of know them. But damn, it's just so many muscles. So this is for the four fingers, I'm guessing. So the four fingers. And more respect to doctors, man. Like, they have to know all these things. Like, they actually have to know all these muscles, and they have to know, Jesus, like, doctors are just different. Like, they're just different, man. I could never be a doctor, man. Not smart enough. Look at all these names, and this is just one part of the body. And then they have to know the diseases that affects each body and stuff like that. Could never be me. Yeah, is that mini-me muscle? This guy over here. I might be right, this muscle. But I don't think they labeled it. There's a muscle that's here that is usually called mini-me. And I remember it because that's the name of a chin chin brand. Mini-me chin chin. But I don't think they labeled it. Yeah, I'm just going to forget about that. If it's not here, it's not here. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, so we're getting it, or at least we're looking good so far. Got two more to do. Yeah, I just looking at it now. I'll call those parts when the time comes. All right. Same technique, even though it's tilted. You can of course be adjusting the positioning of. Like, look at that, man. That's just so cool. At least. Yeah, that's looking good. Extensor carpi radialis longus. Look at how many stacks upon stacks of muscles there are. Like, so much, man. Yeah. And then this is the side view. And then we have, at least I know what muscle is here. That's the teres major, the teres minor, the infraspinatus, and the latissimus dorsi. Like, look how simple those names are. Easy to learn. Why can't the hand muscles be like that? You, damn. Anyways, Acronius, first of his name. What is this guy again? Extensor carpi ulnaris. What's that bone? Styloid process of ulna. Styloid process of ulna. At least I'm taking note of these parts, even though it's just getting into one ear and coming out the other. But I'd argue I'm a percent better than I was a few minutes or about an hour ago. Yeah, let's color it. Color is the most fun part. After this, it's just one more. Deltoid, bicep brachii. This is a really jacked person. Look at that deltoid shape, man. Long head, medial head, and what do they call the other head? The last head, short head. No, so they call it something. All right. So we've done the triceps. There's some. Can you do something for me? The gap is too much. I'm not getting the shape exactly. Yeah, that's a flexor. That's a flexor muscle. It goes all the way to the palm. Where the hell did this acne come from? All right. Then tell me the little guy's biceps. I feel like I didn't get the bend. I'm not doing that, man. Deltoid. Triceps. Not adding that brachii, sorry. Brachialis. Biceps. Brachio. Radialis. I'm not that invested to know what styloid process is, man. Probably when I start talking about how I draw it, I'm just going to just say use references, man. That's just my advice. God knows, not aiming to be Kim Jong-il. All right, so I think this study for now is really good. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. This is how I study, and we've added something else to our information or what we know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, which will be very soon, because yeah, this is going to take a while. Please like and subscribe and click on the notification bell. We're trying to get to 2K. Help us get there, hopefully this year. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video.